Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It is Deej here. And here is my creeper head. So this is gonna be the logo, sort of mascotty on the top of the roof thingy, obviously, that I was talking about, and it's gonna be for Creeper Records. In the last episode, you see me build up the whole record shop, and I know it was quite a while ago, and again I apologize for that. I'm very notorious for putting out a bunch of videos and then disappearing for a couple weeks, or God forbid even longer. But all I can do is blame that on real life, trying to start a business, a bakery. I'm building the website. Oops, gross block or something, and it's still there. There must be one right here or something. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I'm building the website, and I'll have that for you guys to see eventually, if you want. And you can buy some cookies. Join the Cookie of the Month Club, because that's one of the things I have to implement. It's just taking a while because I have to make a shopping cart and such. But for now, ooh, wow, look at that, so big. Yeah, Creeper Records. So what I want to do the rest of the episode, obviously, because that is already done, is make a cool little area underneath this place, right? I mean, you look at this. You can't even see. I replaced, because I got rid of all the torches. You can't even see the carpet here compared to the coal blocks, and that's pretty good. I mean, you'd have to be looking, right? Because you can see that little blip, and if you go, oh, what did I just walk over? But yeah, so I hid some there are actually redstone lamps, which I might replace with regular redstone eventually, just because, like I said, I'm going to build something underneath here, and I'll get to that in a moment. But, well, actually, I'll get to that now, because I'm done talking about the redstone. Whatever. Oh, that's what I want to say. I actually replaced the custodian of records with the well, I did actually name him Dwayne, but I got him holding a record. So it's kind of like he's always rambling about records and blah, just like the old guy from my hometown. That's crazy. I ain't gonna allow no one to come up and shoot him though. uh, anyway, that's kind of like no one knows what I'm talking about there. Anyway, like I want to do today is make a underground sort of cellar, I guess, if you will. And what I want to do, I don't have the record. Be right back. All right, I'm back with the cracked music disc. Not exactly sure the name of it. What is this? 11? I don't know. I guess it doesn't have a name. But so there's a lot of controversy behind this specific disc. Let's give it a quick listen. Oop. I guess I did have one in there. Where did that go? There it is. But so yeah, this is a lot of controversy with what this is. It's somewhat like a real life Minecraft, I guess, a realistic level. Let's give it a quick listen. Some keynotes though. It sounds like he's climbing. It sounds like he's shuffling through a book. And at the end, you don't know if he's running, building, and if something attacks him at the end. What was that? So again, it's a very weird disc compared to the rest. And is that some sort of spider? I don't know. Is it a what is it? Someone said not a witch, but does it sound like a ghast? It doesn't really sound like a ghast to me. Anyway, so the rest of them are very music based, right? And this one's kind of weird. So what I'm gonna do again with the cellar is make a sort of museum-ish type thing. All I have the idea right now so far is a display case. It's something I've seen in videos is a sort of a it just doesn't allow things to despawn, and it pops it up in a glass thing. You'll eventually see. I'll give a quick shout out to Red Crunchy Biscuits over there, and look at that cool little thing. I just noticed right before recording that I think that's his chicken cooker, because yep, there it is. I was going to say, every once in a while you see a blink. You see him blink, and I think that's the lava. I think that's his chicken cooker, because he said something about collecting eggs. There it goes again. I'll have to go give that a look here in a minute, maybe. But a shout out to him. This is kind of an inverted shout out, because I came over here yesterday and I walked into one of the worst sounds ever in my record shop. And apparently he came down here, and I dismantled it because the thing was god awful. It was one of those trapdoor flipper flapper annoying things. So it was like 6, 8 trapdoors and a repeating clock. Oh, thanks a lot, Red. But I guess the thanks is he did kind of start digging it out for me under here. So what I need to do now is basically map out where this is underneath. I don't know if actually, I don't know if I need to make it symmetrical, because it's not really going to matter once you're underneath. And so the next thing that I'm kind of wondering about, I guess I could have just chipped through the wall there, but that's not what we're supposed to do around here, right? I need to be careful. And so, oh, gosh, yeah, I don't want one of them bastards coming in here. But what my idea is, I want to leave, so I don't have that record, but eventually I'll have that filled in. I'll have some inventory, and then they'll come down here. They'll see this one is going to be empty. Maybe they'll look in the chest. You know what? Give me some of this dirt. They'll look in the chest. It'll be empty. Maybe have... Ooh, see, he was coming, too. There's a spider. I can deal with a spider. Back up, buddy. Back up. Give me your eyeball. I'll take your eye. Like Uma Thurman. Anyway, they'll look in here. Maybe I'll have like a book. Probably a book, because I don't think you can write notes, right? But a book they'll read will be like some riddle, maybe. And so that's what I don't quite know yet. I was thinking a riddle maybe where they... it leads them to either click this button, because it is kind of hard since he's all, if you're trying to click it, he's in your way. And maybe, I don't know, it's to be like, oh, try to get him away from that and click the button. If I use the button, I'll have to replace this with a solid block probably. But my point is, I want that to open up the door, right? It's going to be either this button, or I was thinking I could do the... where you have a comparator on the back of something with an item frame, and you can turn it to create a signal. That's kind of pretty secret to people, They'd be like, oh, use something or other. Oh, there we go. Maybe put an item and a note in the box, and you take the item. Obviously, it's not going to matter what item, but it's just kind of part of the gag, the giggity gag gimmick. And put it on there and turn it, right? And that opens up a door. I think that's actually a really good idea. So, yeah, we're going to go with that probably, because screw the button. It can't be that easy, right? It can't be just, oh, click a button. And then my next idea was, or what I don't know if I'm going to do, 2 ideas. Should it just open up like a big open stairway to where you walk in? Or what I just had this idea right before recording, is I think I'm going to go with, kind of cool on the fly like that thing, is... if you turn it, I'll have to move this redstone lamp if I do, because if you didn't notice, that's one there. When it turns, that the door, like maybe a 2x3, just to make sure you're, doesn't matter if you're here, or on one of these vertices on the blocks, but have a door open up and just go floop down underneath, just you instantly fall into the museum cavern thing, right? Make it cool, relic-y maybe, or, well, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I was kind of busy here, guys. Anyway, have the door open up and then just fall through into it. And I think I already was talking about that. But yeah, so I don't even know how I'm going to build the thing underneath. Do I make it dark and cellarish, or do I make it old relic museum-ish? I don't know. I'm thinking dark and celery, because this is, well, I don't know. That could be relic-y, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, because it does sound like, if you listen to the record, it does kind of sound like Indiana Jones or something in Minecraft or something, Not quite Indiana Jones, but you get the gist. An adventurer. But so what I'm going to do from here is dig out the coordinates, or map out the coordinates of what this is underneath. Because it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be quite this big, but it's going to be probably as big as this record is round. Just not so damn big. If that makes any sense. Anyway, I'll be right back with some dugout holes. Okay, so this took quite a while. This took quite a while, but I came up with an idea. The whole sign thing didn't work. The button didn't work. I fiddled for a day looking at what I could do with this drum set that I could do, and I came up with an idea that I had thought of but let slip away and then thought of again. So what I did is make a sound booth. Like a lot of places that you can buy records, you can go in and sit in a sound booth. It's kind of like the way cigar shops have humidors, I think is what it's called. Just like it's like a sanctuary for the art of whatever you're buying. So check this out. I got a record, and so what I'm gonna make it some sort of riddle, or well, not riddle, maybe, or maybe lore. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the out of order sign, so it's just, I don't know, weird ideas I have. Close the door for best sound. You pop it in here. You start listening. Oh, boom, bam. So you drop through the floor, right, while you're listening. And like I said, I want it to be I like this CD, so that's why I'm listening to this one, record CD, whatever you want to call it. But again, with the goofy crack CD, I don't know what you call it, number 13 or whatever, it will be playing and listening to it. Now, take in mind, this is all bare bones, and I'm going to cover it up, and you're going to fall further down. But, oop, I triggered it again. So that's how this thing triggers. Let me explain a little bit of this to you. So when you pop the CD in, that triggers it. It drops the floor out, and you'll drop through this trigger, this trap hook wire, whatever. Oh, let's trigger it again. Close it. So this thing is on a T flip-flop. I had to do that to get it to where it would open up, you fall through, and it would close, right? And so it's two separate things. So this is kind of some intricate wiring. So keep in mind, I know how to make things work. I don't know how to compact them for nothing. So let me try to explain this. Might have to dig some stuff out. I don't want to really dig it out, but the jukebox. Wow, let's get a better view. We can't dig this out because this all carries wire. So the jukebox basically has a comparator. I think I can dig this out. Yeah, okay. Has a comparator right there, which goes into a block there, right? Which powers this redstone here, which goes into a one-tick pulse, because otherwise see how it's constant? I can't have this going into this T flip-flop. I used a dropper to hopper flip-flop. So this is a T flip-flop. It's one of the more compact versions. So there's a trigger off the jukebox coming into the single tick pulse, which is this, which goes into the T flip-flop. So that's one switch. I know that might be confusing, but if you guys know anything about redstone, like I guess the amount that I do, you'll understand that. And so that triggers the piston doorway. It's a two-way piston, as you can see. It's just two pistons pushing a piston and the block that you're standing on while you're playing the jukebox, right? So let's trigger it real quick. Which any which way, if you can do it from the top at the jukebox and keep triggering back and forth, or you can just do the trip hook wire. So you can, I don't want to trigger it twice. So let me trigger it. So you can see now that it's open. It's pulled up. There's where you're standing in the jukebox. I know this might be very confusing just looking at it, but that's the way it works. And so that's that. And let me show you from the inside while it's open. Let's just dig this out. Boom. Try to get that without falling through, and to see if you trigger it once, just like down below. That's why I needed it to be the double action. So basically, the only way it is supposed to work is coming in here going, oh, reading the sign. That's the why I put the sign up, is so you get actually on the square, just to make sure, because you can like stand here, plug it in, and it's not going to work. But anyway, I'm rambling. I've had a couple beers, but yeah. So you put the disc in, you drop through again, re-trigger it so it closes up. So it's kind of like if someone else was in there while you did it, it would be kind of funny, like the whole guy disappearing in the phone booth scenario. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna start digging. Oops. wire back. I'm going to keep digging down. I guess I wasted digging this out because I got to go a little bit deeper. Like, only a couple. I have some funny ideas down there where maybe you drop in water and you have to, like, take a towel to dry off. And, I don't know, a towel probably being a piece of paper on an item plaque. You know, just goofy stuff. I don't know. I'm having goofy, weird ideas. So let's see them through. But yeah, I'm not very good at compacting. If anyone has any tips on how to compact things, not that this is like, yeah, this is out of control. To be honest, this is way too big for just a door to act like that. I'm sure there's a much more simpler way, but yeah, I managed to do it. Whatever, let's do this. Anyway, moving on to making the bunker and the display case. Alright, ladies and gents, here we go. Here is the bunker. This is where you fall through the trapdoor. So yeah, I dug it down a little bit. You're going to come in here. This is dug out right here because we got to make the innards for the display case. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these sides yet. And then I also installed a trapdoor elevator. Or not trapdoor, excuse me, piston elevator. It's something funky that now works with 1.9, and when the head comes down and goes back, it pulls you with it, and it's just a series of those pulling you all the way up into the surface. I'll show you that eventually, but right here is where the display case is gonna go, and I think I might have to dig out some more underneath and at least one more layer lower, maybe, because I don't know, am I gonna have it flat or elevated a little, like one block up, so you kind of have to step up to the middle and, you know, sort of monument-ish, because it's not gonna go to the roof. It's gonna go probably halfway up the room. The contraption works is gonna be down here, but one thing I have to do is connect. I'm going to have to make another series, I believe, of T flip-flop connections. One from probably this trap hook coming from the other side, coming to this display case, because I'm going to have it only turn on and off when you're actually in here rather than running all the time. That could probably mess up with the spawning of the despawning of the record at times, and it'll just take a little less of a burden on the lag. Sorry. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I have only made this so far in creative, so it's going to take me a minute to do this. Plus, I've got to connect a T flip-flop somehow to that tripwire to this here. Yeah, it's going to take me a moment, but what I guess I can show you right now is just this. Oh, you gotta go all the way in. You gotta run all the way into it. Boom, 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 boom. And see, I kind of just pooped just out right here into the water. And I'm gonna kind of gussy this up and make it look more natural eventually. But this is what I've got going. Uh-oh. I better get inside before it's too crazy out here. Anyway, I don't even have any of the supplies for, get rid of this crap, for the for that contraption. I'm gonna have to get something like 3 comparators, 3 repeaters. Well, let's just go with 5 of each. I think I need more repeaters, but not comparators. Yeah, some stuff that just requires iron, and I don't have much iron, so I'm gonna have to do a little digging. So yeah, I'm gonna bore you with that, and I'll be right back with all the supplies. Alrighty, people. Well, I had a giant mishap. I got hungry. I walked away. AFK, unfortunately. A skeleton had gotten in here, shot me, relieving me of all my tools and all my goods, all my pistons that I actually had, the 17 iron that I had, all my diamond. So I'm going to have to go sit at the skeleton farm for a little while. Probably watch Game of Thrones because that's time now. And again, I apologize for taking so long to do this, but now I'm being set back even further. So I gotta go sit at my skelly farm, refill all of my tools. Thank God I got a lot of books, so I think my looting sword's gonna be the worst thing. The rest of it's pretty good to go. Well, I'm gonna have to buy some more mending books. Oh man, what a flubbergust. I feel like Max Javius right now. Sorry, bud. Anyway, you're just gonna have to wait longer, and I'm gonna have to go get some tools. Again, go get some more iron. Go get everything so I can do this. All right, boys and girls, I'll be right back. Oh man, all right. Okay, do I have everything? I finally got everything back. Oh my god, not even utmost prime stuff. That thing has stayed with me a long time, but oh, I'm back, people. I'm back. Hours and hours and hours of sitting at a skelly spawn and watching other Minecrafters and movies and Game of Thrones. But I'm back, and this is ridiculous. But I finally think I'm ready to do this, and I want to thank any and everybody that is still here with me watching. I know I've been a bunghole as far as getting videos out, but I hope just you seeing me go through these trials and tribulations of this specific build and episode that you understand a little bit, I hope. A little bit of my own shortcomings, but mostly being set back over and over in this game and just ideas changing. This specific build has taken me over a week of in-game time, or out of game time. Anyway, I'm going to try to build some of this on camera. We'll see how it goes. I think I've got everything. I'm not quite sure. That's why let's just set this down right now just in case. Let's put it right here out of the way. Let's even put a chest down. Let's get rid of some of the stuff like this and this. I don't know why I even have that. Oh yeah, Enderman. I did get a silk touch. I finally got my good pick back. That's what I was most worried about, because then, you know, if I have this, I can get anything else. Got a little bit of iron. Managed to get my hoppers. But so yeah, let's try to like not let it get to us, and let's try to get through it. I don't need you either, Bones. So first of all, we gotta find out where exactly we want this. So let's just try to put a marker for it, and then we'll carve out. I think right about that is good. Yeah, because I'm thinking level. What do you think? Level? No, one more, huh? One more. Like that. Kind of like this. Get rid of you. Oops. Put you here. Get rid of you. So that's where we're going to have the display case pop out. So yeah, that's actually kind of perfect. So it's kind of like head height right when you come out. Let's see if I remember this. I made this in creative. I don't want to have to keep popping back and forth. I might have to. The hopper definitely goes here. But I don't want it. Did that go all down? No, it didn't. Okay, I'm going to have to put a block down. Actually, I can... Do I have the dispenser? Yeah. I'm just going to ramble on if I try to build this on-site, boys and girls. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because this is going to be a lot of planning and such. Let's give it a shot, though. Do I have my carpet? Oh, carpet's going to come later. Let's just get the glass in, because we don't really not need it there. None of the wiring goes up above here. Oops. It probably ate it, didn't it? Didn't ya? Pooped it right into the dispenser. Yep. Okay, so we got that fixture there. Let's take all of you guys out. Oops. This quick pick, man. Maybe I should go turn my beacon off. So that's where it's gonna be. Yeah, I have to plan this quite a bit where I need the wiring to go. So I'm gonna be back, folks. Alrighty, peeps, we got this under control. So this finally come together. This is the longest video ever. I apologize not only for it to come out, but for me to make. I swear I don't think there's been a single video to ever take me longer than this one. Alright, so Yes, this is open. I have things shut off. I have the trapdoor, everything. We've seen all this work. So you fall down, boom. This isn't set up either, but there it is. There's the display case. Everything's going to work properly. I've just run out of time. There it is, resetting. Oh, it fell under the carpet. That kind of sucks. It very rarely does that. But, so there it is. There's the CD rotating in its display case. Ooh, everything comes down to this. This is what I did all this for. Anyway, it actually kind of looks pretty cool. Yeah, these sides aren't done. I'm wondering if I'm going to put, you know, some sort of literature regarding the CD itself. This is pretty loud. I could dig out underneath all this and show you guys, if anyone actually is interested, the timing system and the whole works, how it works. I still have to wire it up to the tripwire right up there, and to a T flip-flop going into it, and then from this to the T flip-flop going in it. Kind of like the same way that I showed you earlier that that trapdoor is set up. I need this a two-way action, so when you fall through, it turns on and start. Wow. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's always under the carpet. So, yeah, you fall through, it turns on, and then when you go back up through this, it turns off. You know, this would kind of get messed up if there were two people in here. But oh well. There isn't going to be people in here very often. This is very gimmicky. And for something not productive, I sure took a really long time to do this. I guess it's a testament to my determination and my ideas of what I want to do within Minecraft. And sometimes, like I said, it's not always functional, and it's purely for fun and just niftiness, gimmick, I guess, to show your friends. Because that's really all I made this, is to have the other guys come along and go, wow, that's cool. I really hope they do, because if they come down here and fall through, tell me it's stupid, I'm gonna blow it up. Anyway, oh, there's a witch up there laughing. But yeah, see, there you go, perfect example. That's how it works. It's supposed to be perfectly, you know, to where no one could walk around and get it. Let me replace that. Falling through. Boop. Pow, pow, pow. You can time it up to be perfect to where it's just under 5 minutes. I didn't. I just threw enough in there to where it's not constantly going. I did see some pop out the top, but I think that's when I didn't have it properly secured like it is now. And so I've tested a while, and then are popping out. You need at least 2 in there for it to work, because it's all based on the dispenser firing up into the piston and it hurrying up and powering the piston, or not the piston, the hopper, sorry. And so the power then connects to the hopper, which locks it down and doesn't let it suck back in. But as soon as the power's off, the hopper sucks it in, poking it into the dispenser, shooting another one up. Exactly like that. Anyway, peeps, I know this is dragged out. It not only took me 3 weeks to get this video out, it took me a whole week of just building the trapdoor and this. So I think I'm going to call it here. I think that's good enough. Next episode, I should have a little bit of progress of gussying this up, because that's what I'm going to continue on doing. Well, I have to wire it up first, then gussy it up. Think of whether I'm just going to put some aesthetics on the sides, or, like I said before, some literature based on what people think exactly is the sound bite in this CD. I don't know. If you have any comments based on not only this display case I made, or the CD itself, please leave a comment below. Also, if you appreciate the time and effort and the video itself, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time. So, as always, peeps, stay gaming, and thanks for watching.